What's up, Scorpio? Welcome to your April 2019 general reading. Perfect for you Scorpios who are Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. If it doesn't resonate, check out your other signs and let's get into it. Scorpio, this month, April, okay, so, for a lot of you, career is very much on the brain, right? I think Scorpios, as of late, have been making a lot of big boy moves. You guys have been taking a lot of risks and different things, especially career, a lot of you. So that is kind of coming up as a theme for this month, definitely. Now, what's interesting is you guys got the Scorpion card as your animal spirit guide. And you guys are Scorpios. What do we know about that? That's passionate, that's passionate, animal, very determined. Scorpios or scorpions pop up whenever we can be holding on to things, though, right? So it's like, if there's anything that you guys have been holding on to that maybe you need to have a talk about, something that you need to face, it's a good idea to let it present itself this month, because you don't want to pull out the stinger on everybody, right? You don't want to do that. It's usually whenever you feel provoked or something feels very unresolved, you feel slighted from the past, that type of thing. I feel like this month there's a potential for stress and overworking yourself, Scorpio, again, because I feel like you guys have made so many financial risks, and just, I feel like you guys are playing a whole new ball game, and so now it's like there's stress that comes with it, right? The good kind of stress, because this is all like a lot of you guys building up your own thing, but at the same time, this is a very heavy time. I feel like in terms of stress, we are in Aries season. It is a fire sign. This is a very quick moving energy, a very quick moving time. So I just feel like there's a little bit of fear or confusion that might distract you and frustrate you this month. But overall, I feel like things are okay. So, well, bottom of the deck, the unseen energies, you guys have the Six of Wands. So things are okay. At the end of the day, there's victories here, right? Now, again, you guys start out with Two of Wands. Let's do Two of Wands, Seven of Cups, Three of Pentacles, okay? I feel like you guys have really started out, again, a lot of you guys taking risks, setting out to do something different. Two of Wands to me is always, to me, about doing something different and making a different decision, right? He's not choosing the one that's bolted into the ground. He's looking in the whole opposite direction of the wand that is in his hand, right? It feels like you guys have been doing a lot of planning on something. Again, a lot of you guys, this could be building up your own business, building up something, but it's definitely feels like career focused. But it feels like now that you've gotten your ball rolling, a little bit of confusion sets in, a little bit of fear sets in, right? That Seven of Cups can be like illusion and confusion and not knowing what to do. It just feels kind of to me like an energy of getting yourself involved in something and you didn't quite know the full, you didn't know what it was going to be like, fully. And it's fine. I'm not saying that in a bad way, because I feel like a lot of things are like that. It's kind of like when I tell people who get pregnant, okay, girl, so listen, there's a lot that's going to happen, or a lot that, that's going to pop up that no one has ever told you about, or you didn't expect. And that's just the way it is. And it's things that nobody could tell you, because it's like, shit, I don't know, everybody's pregnancy is different, that type of thing. So it feels like you guys have started something or engaged yourself in something where, you're very hopeful, made great plans, really set out to do the action and do the thing. And now that you're doing it, there's some confusion right now because there's just so much on your plate. I don't think that you anticipated this much. You've got Ten of Wands. So yeah, it's like you're carrying a heavier load than you're used to. But at the end of the day, in the near future, you do have that Three of Pentacles. So I do think you're still making good connections. I do think that this business or this thing, this connection is growing. I just feel like it's more stress on you because you're realizing there's so much to it, so much more than you could have ever imagined. But at the end of the day, I feel like you are doing really, really well, especially in terms of those of you guys who are starting something, trying to nurture something, grow something, make connections with something. Wow. And then we've got the Lovers. So that's something too. So in terms of work, let's say you guys are doing something, especially if it's new, and especially with this Three of Pentacles I'm getting online, I feel like that's going to be really coming together. I feel like there's going to be a lot of responsibility in that and things that you didn't think of again, you know, popping up and kind of showing its face. But I feel like you'll be able to tackle things one by one, and make sure you are tackling the things, and also be asking your friends for help if you need it. I feel like there's people around you who can help if you just reach out, but they don't know where you need help. So that's where you kind of have to use your voice and say something. Also, if there's things, if there's things you can delegate to people, delegate them, because you don't want to get burnt out, right? I feel like this is only the beginning. Things are really starting to take off. I think you're going to be making a lot of connections. So let's say like you sell something. I feel like you could be making connections with different vendors, or different stores. You can be putting yourself out there in terms of like maybe your advertising, but you're making some good connections. Even you guys going out this month, being very social and meeting new people that way. There's also, for you single Scorpios, there is a chance, just so you know, there's a chance that you make a connection with someone. Now, Lovers is Gemini card. I'm not necessarily feeling like it's Gemini. Actually, I think a lot of Scorpios are like turned off by Geminis right now, because honestly, a lot of the private readings I've been doing, like y'all been going through it with a Gemini. But it feels like there's a connection being made, or a potential for a connection being made towards the end of the month anyways, right? I think that you guys are in a really good place in terms of you guys are surrounding yourself with people and things that are productive. I think you guys are meeting new people who are successful in their own right. They inspire you. Magician. It's Starman, but it's the Magician. Yeah, they inspire you in different ways. They might be helping you out with your business, giving you ideas, introducing you to some new people, introducing you to a new lifestyle. I feel like you guys have got a lot of good people in your corner right now, and I feel like they're really on your team. You guys are really focused on building, right? You guys are really focused on saving right now. Some of you guys have to save because it's literally for your work. Some of you guys are saving to move out into your own place, like if you have roommates or something. And this might be a hard time. You guys got the Strength card. Now, whenever we get the Strength card, it lets me know that there's something we need strength for, right? So there might be times, again, where you're feeling really frustrated, agitated, because I do feel like you do have a lot on your back this month in terms of like, I just feel like you guys will be really busy. But remember, with that Strength card, and honestly, this Scorpion card, don't pull out the stinger. If you need to take moments by yourself and isolate in order to like regroup, almost like hermitize, do that. And just really make sure you're having a good balance of doing things that are equal part, you know, things that you have to do, but also finding time for yourself, because that's where a lot of people experience burnout too. And then you've got that same message with this Ten of Wands. So there's definite potential towards the end of the month that you're just feeling like, whoa, I'm doing a lot. I'm working really fucking hard, and it's really, really tiring. You've got that Queen of Wands energy. So Queen of Wands, she's very creative. I almost want to say for a lot of you guys, work smarter, not harder. Use that creativity that you guys have so naturally and really figure out ways that are going to help you work and find success without you having to do so much work. So if there's different ways that you can monetize something, or I don't know, it just feels like find other avenues or find other ways, because I don't want you to experience burnout. And you have the creative, like you have it flowing through you right now with that Queen of Wands energy, and you're very charming. So I feel like you can not only attract these situations, but I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like you're almost like bringing them to you, okay? Now, things to remember, you've got King of Wands, Queen of Wands, and Ten of Swords. Now, in terms of love, like let's say you guys really are meeting someone in the month, some of you, then this has the chance to be a connection that's very divine, very passionate, very fun, very, you know, you guys are very creative with one another, that kind of fun thing. But really what I feel like this is speaking in terms of like just in a general sense, those of you who've been kind of like, let's say those of you guys who've been feeling stressed kind of in the Seven of Cups energy, where you're kind of feeling confused and like, oh God, I don't know what to do, overwhelmed. You got to let those things go. You got to let the fear go. You got to let the thoughts go, because If anything, that's what traps your creative energy. These people, this dynamic duo, they are creative. They bring creative elements to it and also that driven energy of go getting. So the thing is, if you're too stuck on things and worried, it drains you to the point of paralysis where you feel like you can't get up and go and move and do what you got to do. And you have that energy available to you. So don't get too lost here. Don't get too lost here. It's just a moment. It's just a time. You guys really need to find time, though, to give yourself moments to relax and also to ask, I'm telling you, ask your friends for help, delegate things that can be delegated, because I feel like you guys are taking on a lot. Okay? So then you guys got face your financial fears, which it says, when you are honest with yourself about fears of success or failure, they can no longer control you. Be free of hidden fears by exposing them to the light of awareness, and you'll realize that you, in fact, have nothing to fear, and that every successful person has struggled with and released these self-doubts. Yes, it's like perfect, right? If you've got anxiety, if you've got fears around failure and all that, do not worry. You've got the energy flowing through you. I feel like you guys are making really good connections with people who support you, right? That 3 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles being in your environment with the Starman, which is the Magician. I feel like you guys have got all that stuff. You've got success at the end of the day. Just don't get lost in those fears. And also, if it helps you, really talk to someone this month, right? So that you're not holding all those things in and kind of develop this Scorpion energy. Yeah, I think this is a really successful month for you guys, though. Lots of new opportunity for growth, especially those of you guys who are entrepreneurs. Lots of opportunity to make connection within your community and other people who maybe do the same thing as you guys and like do projects together. So many things happening for you. Just keep your mind as clear as possible, okay? I love you guys, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.